Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Juggernaut Warriors roll to 4-0 in preseason. The Golden State Warriors simply cannot be stopped in the 2024 preseason. With Steph Curry and Draymond Green sitting, and Andrew Wiggins still ramping up, the preseason Dubs continued to shoot the lights out with a 111-93 win over the Detroit Pistons that wasn't as close as the final score. The Warriors made 46% of their three-pointers and delivered 31 assists in a classic strength-in-numbers victory. Starting a backcourt of Brandon Podziemski and Anthony Melton, along with Moses Moody, making his second straight start, the Dubs jumped out to a 14-point lead in the first quarter and went into halftime up 19 points. Somehow, the absence of Klay Thompson has turned the Warriors into an unstoppable three-point shooting team. The Warriors went 6-4-7 from deep in the first quarter, with summer acquisitions Melton, Buddy Hield, and Lindy Waters III going a combined 5-4-5 to open the game. It's still not clear how Steve Kerr's rotations will shake out, but the Melton-Podziemski combination looked great Sunday night. It could be an indication that the early minutes of the second and fourth quarters, often an offensive wasteland for Golden State in the last two seasons, could have some solid scoring. Especially if Buddy Hield is on the court. He's now 13-for-22 from three-point range in 4 preseason games. Again, it's just the preseason, which doesn't matter officially, but Hield is averaging 12.3 points per game in less than 17 minutes per game. He's shooting 58% from the field and 59% from behind the arc, and he's plus 25 overall in his minutes. Even when Steve Kerr cleared the bench in the fourth quarter, playing a total of 17 guys in the course of the win, the Warriors ended up with 6 players in double figures. Moody led the way with 14 points in another high-minute effort for a player that's been scrapping for minutes for the first 3 seasons of his career. Tracy Jackson-Davis had a game-high 10 rebounds in a game-high 27 minutes, plus 3 blocks and 3 assists. One of those blocks led directly to a Pods 3 at the other end, which effectively ended the competitive portion of the game late in the second quarter. Team high in plus-minus went to Waters, who was a sparkling plus 22 in his 17 minutes. He went 3 for 4 from distance, but the impressive stat was his 7 rebounds. For a team that's going to be decidedly undersized next season, having rebounding guards like the 6'6" Waters, Podziemski, and Curry all rebounding above their weight class is going to be hugely important. Also, the quick release on his three-point shot evokes a certain bulldog and ocean-loving Warriors shooting guard. In the fourth quarter, the Chase Center crowd got a preview of the Santa Cruz Warriors lineup this season, with rookies Reese Beekman, 2 points, 3 assists and a steal, and Quinton Post, 1 three-pointer along with 2 fouls and 2 turnovers, getting playing time. Their other two-way player, Pat Spencer, had 2 points and an assist, while Jackson Rowe, future C-Dubs power forward star, went 2-for-2 and was a +8 in a tidy 5 minutes of action. Lauri Markkanen breaks silence on Warriors trade rumors. Utah Jazz All-Star forward Lauri Markkanen removed himself from trade discussions, at least until after the season, by signing a 5-year, $238 million extension on August 7. This move effectively ended the Golden State Warriors' pursuit of him during the offseason. The rumors surrounding multiple teams pursuing Utah Jazz star Lauri Markkanen persisted throughout the offseason. However, when it came time to make a decision, the Jazz opted to retain their best player by signing him to an extension through the 2028-29 season. Markkanen discussed the Warriors' trade interest during an interview with NBA insider Mark Stein on Substack. On being in the headlines throughout the summer, Markkanen said, "I mean, it's cool to know that you're wanted and it means that you've done something right on the basketball court that teams would like to get you. I was able to take it pretty easy and not worry about it." According to ESPN's Shams Charania, the Warriors presented the strongest offer for Lauri Markkanen this past summer, including Moses Moody, multiple first-round picks, several pick swaps, and additional second-round picks. Negotiations stalled when the Jazz prioritized acquiring Brandon Podziemski over Moses Moody from the Warriors, as reported by Charania. The Warriors were firm in either keeping Podziemski or limiting the amount of draft capital involved in the deal. Ultimately, the Jazz held their ground, causing the talks to break down. Obviously, I wasn't a free agent, but it was more I had the ability to do the contract and kind of had the choice. I don't have to do it, but that was something I wanted to get done to stay with the team. Markkanen signed his lucrative multi-year extension with the Jazz after August 6, making him ineligible for a trade by the league's February 6 deadline. Regarding the constant speculation about the Warriors pursuing him, Markkanen remarked, "I think it means you've done things right, that teams want you." I was able to kind of zone it out and really wait for my agent for what's real. Despite the Jazz undergoing a rebuilding phase, the Finnish forward seems assured about his future with the team in Salt Lake City. "Before in my career it used to be louder, but now it was more so. I was able to go home to my family and hang out. I went through it once already during my restricted free agency summer, going from Chicago to Cleveland, so this was easier for sure. Contract-wise, we couldn't do anything before August. I knew that, if something happens with trade interest, my agent will let me know. So I was able to kind of be home with my family and work out, and it was easier," said the Jazz star forward. Only time will tell if the Jazz made the right call, but it appears to be a strong decision for now. Regardless, this season is crucial for the Jazz, and their early performance will significantly impact how quickly they can re-enter the playoff discussion. Concern grows for Steph Curry after NBA preseason injury. Golden State Warriors guard Steph Curry has made 3 NBA preseason appearances. In 45 minutes of action, Curry has 28 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. It has been an uncharacteristically cold shooting stretch for Curry, who has shot just 39.1% on 23 field goal attempts. More important than Curry's preseason shooting numbers is his health status. Exiting Friday's game against the Sacramento Kings with a finger injury, Curry underwent X-rays after the game. Steph Curry, right index finger jammed, Anthony Slater of The Athletic reported after Golden State's 109-106 win over the Kings. X-rays negative, per Warriors. Day-to-day. While this was an encouraging report, concern has grown among the Warriors fanbase since Curry was spotted with a wrap around his right index finger. "Steph's finger doesn't look great, hopefully he hits out the rest of the preseason," at Ward Curry 30 wrote on X. This photo is from Curry's recent event for his Gentleman's Cup bourbon. Filming at Costco, Curry could be seen with a wrap around his finger, which happens to be on his shooting hand. While Curry was still using his right hand in this video, the wrap could not be missed. Even with the X-rays coming back negative for Curry, Warriors fans cannot help but worry for their franchise player. Curry has a wrap on his index finger, at 30 problems posted with a sighing emoji. Had this injury not been on Curry's shooting hand, it would likely not have caused this much concern from the fanbase. New, at shot by Steph 30 posted with several heartbroken emojis. Another fan also noticed some purple discoloration on the visible portion of Curry's finger. Purple ash, the fan wrote. The Warriors have 3 remaining preseason games, and it remains unclear what Curry's status will be for them. Golden State's first regular season game of the 2024-25 season is against the Portland Trail Blazers on October 23. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Stephen Curry? Leave your opinion in the comments.